Sue Wilson. I've got a lovely silver and white wedding card to share with you. This comes from our special occasion collection. Some of the other items we'll be using, I have the Heart Scrolls embossing folder. That's beautiful. We're going to use that first. The mini expression on your wedding day. This is the wedding couple that we're going to cut in white. I'm going to be using the wedding bell border for this card as well, and we're going to show you how to cut it down and make it just a little bit different to fit whatever you need. And we're going to be using the wedding columns and arches from the special occasion set too. All right, so I'm going to start with the embossing. I've got a piece of slate gray card here. I'll give you a quick measurement. It is 5 by 5 inches by 5 inches. So I'm going to bring in our heart scrolls, pop that into place, and change this out. So for our sandwich for this, I'm going to put the card with the folder. I'm going to cover this with a tan embossing mat. It's underneath everything because it's one of the smaller non-3D folders, and I'm going to use the white adapter plate with that as well. Okay, that's going to be our sandwich. Pass that through the machine. Go. So I've got a lovely emboss there. So what I want to do is just sort of highlight this pattern. And so I'm going to bring in some of the Silver Dream gilding polish, pop the top off of that, and take the applicator out of the lid. I'm going to pick up just a little bit on the side there. Don't need it too thick. And I'm going to lightly go over the top of this just to highlight that pattern. So it's a tone on tone, but it will be really pretty when you move the card around. You'll get to see that silver really show up. There we go. And I'm just lightly going over the top of it in a circular motion. You can add more, so it's easy to do with just a little bit on your applicator at a time. And then if you want it heavier, then you can go back over it. There we go. See if I hit all these edge spots. And if you tend to take the card and just tip it a little bit, you can see the sparkle come through there on that gilding polish. That looks pretty good. Now, what I always recommend is to take a spritzer bottle when you use any of your polishes, give it a couple spritz of water before you put the lid back on, and that helps it to keep from drying out because it is a water-based product. There's no smell to this at all. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in our matting and layering. So I've used a little bit of the Silver Mirror card there, and some tape. I'll tape this into place, and that'll give us a beautiful base for our wedding couple. There we go. Line that up. That looks pretty good. Okay, now I've also done another base for this, so I've gone in with the silver and the gray as well. I'm going to raise this piece up and just place that to the bottom inside of this one, about like that. Really like that. So now where the columns and whatnot are concerned, what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've taken two pieces of card together and I've just cut them like this. Let me bring in my cutting plates, put those on top of each other. And I'm going to run that through one time. Okay, so now what you can do is pop this off. That doesn't look like it's cut all the way through, but your top one will give you, just pop this apart here, will give you your cut piece, and the base piece will give you a solid. Okay, so what I'm doing is I've gone ahead and done those so that I can put mounting foam on the back, and I've got two columns done like that, so I'm going to spray them and put them on top so they line up and they're solid. It's nice if you want to put a different color behind this, you can do it that same exact way and it looks beautiful, but I just want to do a tone on tone with the white for this card. Pop that back into place and do this one. Okay, put that one in place. Give that a second to set up. And I've done the same thing with the top here. So I've got the base piece and then I've got the decorative piece to go on top of that. And I like to do it that way because you get the detail and design of it, but it does give you a place to put mounting foam so you can raise it up a bit. There we go. Put that right over the top. I'm going to bring in my piece here, and we are going to layer up the columns. I'm going to put them right about like this. Now I may adjust these ever so slightly. Let's see, size-wise, we want to have the base, the top piece fit perfectly, so I'm not going to press that down just yet. I'm going to put this one on, and let's see where it sits. A little bit of mounting foam. Raise that up. And I want it just to sit about the same spot, so I'm going to widen both of those ever so slightly. Pop that up, just move it over underneath the edge there. You've got a nice little flat spot for both of those. Okay, so there's my arch. I've got the happy couple here done in white with some mounting foam behind them. And I'm just going to raise them up as well. Get some nice little dimension going. And they'll fit neatly right in the center of the archway there. Okay, so what I want to do is take the bells, which is a longer border, but create it so it goes right over the top here. So we're just going to nip these away a little bit. So I'm going to use, let's see, this piece here on both sides, and this piece here. All right, but what I'm going to do is take this bell off and this bell off. So I'm just going to take off the banner between those right there and there. Okay. So I'm essentially taking the middle two matching bells out. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of glue. I'm going to pop some glue on that piece and that piece right there. And I'm going to seat this right over it and this right over it. Give that a second. So all I've actually taken away are two of the bells, okay? And that will give a second to glue. So I'm going to put some glue on. Oh, not ready. Hold on. Not quite ready yet. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put this in the middle, like so. And this one, add some glue across the top of this, like that. And this one across the top on there. And that will actually hold it in place while it's drying. And oops, seat that right across that really pretty arch there. There we go. Got a little bit of glue on that. Okay. Then on our sentiment, I've gone ahead and cut the On Your Wedding Day out of silver with a tiny little black shadow behind that. So I'm going to use that with some spray glue. I'm going to pop that up into the top area here. Center that. Let me just get a hold of that there. Give that a second to set up. And it wouldn't be complete without a couple little doves. And there's a right and a left dove in the set, so you can use either one of these or both of them, which I'm going to do. A little bit of glue on either side, and I'm just going to pop them down and pull their wings up a little bit for some movement. There you go. And you have a lovely silver and white wedding card that you can use for any of your upcoming special occasions. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and look for us on our YouTube channel, and I have an Instagram account now under Sue Wilson Crafter.